Oh, so it's my day off, and I heard that certain shops have Transformers: The Last Knight merchandise, figures, whatever. So I thought I'll go out and I'll go and see if I can find something. Smiths have got them, but there's no Smiths anywhere near me, so that's of no use to me whatsoever. Um, so I went and I looked in Toys R Us, and no, I found these, but that's another review entirely. So I went around the rest of the town near me, nothing special, until I popped into Tesco's. And I don't know if Tesco's is trying to clear stuff out in preparation for the Last Knight figures, because I did actually find some in there, but it's the Legion class that were basically just repaints of ones from like Revenge of the Fallen and Cyberverse. So it's like, I don't want you. But I did find in there Blur, and I got him for £10. That's that twice in pounds. I don't know if they're doing a clearance thing or what. They had like Grimlock, and they had Wingblade, I think, at the back of the shelf, or Wind Blade, whichever one it is. But he was right at the front, £10, mine. And here he is, and he's got wheels. No detail on him, just solid blue, but whatever. He's a little spacey thing. He's got his clear plastic gun, which is bizarre. I'm trying this without the spotlight because it seems like a reasonably bright day. So if it gets a bit dark, I'll turn the light on. But natural lighting, there you go. But the gun's got the handle, and it's got another peg on the side, and it's got holes on the side here and there, and one on the top. So you can put it wherever you want, really. But why clear plastic? I don't understand that one, but whatever. And there he is. This is the car mode, and it's nice. It kind of reminds me of a what's the word? A go-kart, because it seems really, really low down, and then the seat seems like quite forward, like really set. He just seems like dinky. He seems like a blackjack kind of size. You know, like Combiner Wars blackjack. Just like feels like he should be like that big. I don't know if it's just because they've made the windscreens of canopy massive, and we used to those only be huge on like figures that are smaller. It's some kind of optical illusion. It does seem a lot smaller than it actually is. Size comparison: Age of Extinction Drift. So, you know, this is quite dark, isn't it? Shall I turn the light on? Ping! Age of Extinction Drift. So he's, you know, bear in mind he's quite a short car. He actually is a short car, it's not just me talking rubbish. So Blur is, he's a deluxe, isn't he? Let's be fair. I don't think I even said this before, but Transformers Prime, RID, Combiner Force, Blur. Just in case I didn't mention that at the beginning because I'm a very bad reviewer. But here he is. He's very hollow from the bottom. Just seems very... like, all this is open. Very tempted to get a Titan Master and see if I can get him to fit in there. But I don't... well, you might be able to get him in there, but they'd basically be like lying down and it wouldn't look any good. But there's a huge empty space in there. It's just weird. Transformation. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Right. Awkward. Fiddly. Let's go. You gotta try and get this cockpit sort of canopy piece loose. Then it won't go anywhere because it's attached to this piece, and this piece attaches to the wing, the side parts of the spoiler. So you got to sort of wriggle those loose. So now it looks like that. Then you get this old piece, and you can whee all the way back. Then just fold this piece, and there's a slot there, and a tab there. Yeah, there's a slot there. And there's these two little raised pieces here that go into these little grooves here. And you just fold it over, and it goes into there. It's not going in there all the way because the wheels are in the way at the minute, but it will fit, so just shove it up for now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You got this. Can you see how this transforms, kids? So you sort of wriggle that loose, sort of underneath. Bring the shoulders out slightly, because they do actually in and out slightly. Shove these up, shove that up. Turn the forearms around, which are quite stiff. Turn the forearm around. There you go. And then you kind of wriggle the toes down, out, down, out, and it's best this slides into the back of that. You'll find out when you get it, one slides into the other. So instead of just bam trying to rip it apart, you best just slide in it. With that, make sure that's all closed up. Yep, there you go. And that's it. That's your blur. It's a very simple transformation. It's an exceptionally simple transformation. And he looks alright. My paint started to chip already. Can you see where that's gone there off that corner? And there's a tiny fleck. Where is it? There's a tiny little bit there. It's not a deal breaker, but you know. So he's there, and he's got the big symbol on the chest, if anyone wants to even attempt to scan that through my camera. And the head. He's got a little cheeky smirk, and he's got like weird like goggles on. It's like like fighter pilots have got the helmets and they've got the visor that comes down and just covers the eyes. It's like that. It's like he's got one of those and taken the mouthpiece off. This sort of chin strap, which you might or might not be able to see, that, according to the box art, is supposed to be blue as well, but it isn't. But then the box art's saying there's supposed to be, I'm guessing it's supposed to be these brake lights here, are supposed to be red, and they're not. Just all in all, I could do with a little bit of red or something just to break this up a little bit. The Takara version of this is going to be fantastic. They're just going to add the colour that we need, and just, you know, it's really going to pop. But as it stands, you know, head's on a ball joint, so it's a really expressive head, to be fair. Really, really expressive. He seems like a good time guy. He seems like he's just young, out for a bit of fun. Like a hot shot, but possibly a little bit more cocky. Early Transformers Prime smokescreen, but younger, if that helps. Sideswipe from Robots in Disguise. This same cartoon, Sideswipe. There you go. Yeah, so he's still got the same ports, you know, there, on the back. So if you want to store the gun, you can do, and you can put it in his hand. And articulation's not bad, but if you want to do any outwards, it starts like catching on itself a little bit. Just these long shoulders and the backpack. It's not a deal breaker, but it does happen. You have to just pose around it. Seems like massive ball joint in there. That's a huge ball joint. There's plenty of movement, but like I say, you just gotta be careful of that. Yep, swivel, hinge. What more do you want? Nothing in the body, but you don't need it. Ball joint head. Ball joint and swivel in the thigh, which is quite nice. Toes forward and backward. And then the knees. This one is alright. Little looser than I'd like, but works reasonably well. This one's like a wet noodle. It's holding its own weight there, but you put the slightest bit of effort on it and it just bends. If I try and do that with this one, I'm bending the hip as well. Yeah. It's going at the hip. This one, all knee. It's got no grip to it at all. So I'm gonna, and the hip's not much better, to be honest with you. So there's gonna be some floor polish on that one. But yeah, he's quite nice. The legs though, the legs really remind me of Transformers Prime Wheeljack. This is the dead end version. But just the simple way the legs go, but these legs have got a lot more articulation and not necessarily articulation, but they've got a lot more engineering into them. It's like they really simplified them to be Blur's legs, but they could have been exactly the same thing, effectively. So, the weight difference between these two is remarkable. I've only just noticed. He's about 4 times as heavy as this one. It's ridiculous. So, you know where your plastic's gone. But, I don't know. He seems a nice enough guy, and I've seen the sort of Spanish or whatever it is little trailer for the new series. I might give it a go when it comes out. I found the rest of it so far to be very lackluster, but there you go. But if you consider Blur as the G1, he's just one of those characters that was there, and I never really had any interest in him. Like, I know they had like an actual guy who's like world record holder for speaking fast, like how many words a minute, something like that. He was actually the world record breaker. So can't argue with them. They put the effort in, and you know, he kinda was in the film and did stuff, but not much. You know, he was just there, really. So I've never really cared much about Blur. I mean, I think I've got an old G1 Blur, but it's missing the bonnet shield piece. And the Target Master, I think, as well. I think it had. Did it have a Target Master? I can't remember. I got Transformers Armada Blur, but didn't really care about it because it wasn't very good. Now I've got this guy, and he's not bad. It's just at the minute. It's same with Storm Shot from the same line as this. They're not bad. I just don't know who they are. I have no history with you. You've got Blur's name, so I've got a bit more connection with you. But I wouldn't know you from Adam. So, what am I supposed to think? He's good, he's fine, he's alright. Could do with a bit more red, possibly, just to break this up a bit. But if I was that inclined, I could just put a bit of paint on it. It's not the end of the world. Colours that are here are quite nice, but they're nothing to write home about. Articulation's fine. He's very, very hollow, very empty. Look at that. Very hollow, very empty, and considering that is most of the vehicle mode just lumped up into a thing on the back, it's quite shell former as well. He's not bad, I don't dislike him, you know. Just, I need to get to know him better. I've gone out, I've bought him, I've sat down, I've transformed him a couple of times, finished watching what I was watching on the telly, I've done this review, so I've had him for about 2-3 hours max. So yeah, he's not bad, I just need to get to know him. That's about the size of it, and tighten up some of these joints. After that we should be good pals. But they're probably going to have to be my next review, because considering what the last set's got, these two will probably be my next review, which I might do today, I might do tomorrow, I might do next week. I'll keep you guessing. No, I'll probably do them soon, because they're quite neat. I almost combined them then, but you got to wait. You're not getting it now, you're going to have to wait. So yeah, just if anyone wants to screenshot it or whatever for size comparison, there you go. That's for just... So he's quite short as well, because I remember him being quite short, but... Whatever. Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, Combiner Force, Deluxe, Blur. He's alright. I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!